Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde, Shooter Hunt, and Andy Urban here with the State to the Nation for PBR Kansas. Andy, thanks for joining us, man. Let's jump right into it with the 2021 draft. Ben Curtino was a big guy this summer that really was rising up boards, and it's really because of the development of that slider.
Yeah, the slider was a little bit of a question mark coming into this summer. He proved, especially late in the summer, that he could start really spinning it for strikes. Had added some depth to it, and that with him holding his velo and in those starts, he became a legitimate workhorse type projection right-handed arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, LSU recruit, it's just so free and easy. You go there, it's picturesque, the frame works, he's athletic, the ball jumps out of the hand. I think there's considerable upside coming in the spring. I think we could see even more velocity jumps. So depending on signability, he could sneak into day one with some buzz and absolutely with some helium, depending on when the spring season gets played. But I'm a huge fan of the way that arm works.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the senior class and guy that's uncommitted, we got Owen Reynolds, who was previously a Wichita State recruit, but is now back on the board. What do you got in that left-hander outfielder?
Yeah, so we had Owen Reynolds to the Future Games 2 years ago. Big time standout. Was good with the bat, was even better on the mound. 85, 86 at that point with obvious velo to come. We haven't heard a lot recently from him. He's kind of an under-the-radar guy, obviously having been committed. But he's a guy that if you're looking for a left-hander, you need to go do your homework. You need to find him. He's going to help somebody at the next level for sure.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a different spring than any we've had in the past. Obviously, college coaches, once they can get out there, they're going to be searching for guys and always looking for some left-handers. So I think Reynolds will have a chance with a good spring to get some guys out and see him.
Mm-hmm, indeed. Then in the 2022 class, we just updated those rankings in December, and we've got a rankings riser coming out of Kansas in Clayton Markham.
Yeah, what's not to like about Markham? 6'4", quick twitch, super lean. I mean, he might be only 160 pounds right now, but the arm is pretty to watch. The strikes are mostly there. Every once in a while he'll spray, but really what stuck out to me was the fact that he flashed a fastball up to 92 where he wanted it. He threw a slider in where he wanted it with big time depth. 2 plane breaking ball and a changeup, all within a 3-inning spread, and you were left thinking, what can this guy not do?
And Andy, you're talking about a guy who Tennessee, where he's committed, thinks is a two-way guy because he can really turn the barrel at the plate and can swing it. But that's how good of an athlete he is. I saw him at the underclass area codes where it wasn't even the greatest outing, but you look at that stuff and it's so pure and the upside is there. He has the ability to spin, real aptitude for that. Changeup jumps out of the hand. I think his ceiling might be the highest in the class. He and Brock Porter are like kind of hand in hand. They're back to back in the rankings for a reason because I think that they can keep rising. And I love him as long as the frame continues to develop and he adds that weight. His ceiling is considerably high.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bloodlines too there, Shooter. There's some family history of big leaguers, so don't be surprised if the projection ends up panning out.
There you
Absolutely.
go. And in the 2023 class, you got Casey Crawford, an Oklahoma commit, who moved in from New Mexico.
Yeah, so heard about him just briefly right before our MoCan fall underclass games. We were able to get him to the event, and he calmly strode out to the mound, was in the upper 80s with sink, filled up the strike zone, and asked if we needed to see any more from him. He was poised and dominant. He's a guy that already has a good feel for what he's doing, even as a young arm, and he's going to be really fun to watch develop.
Sounds like some good moxie from a young kid hopping out there. He's already ready to head to Norman.
Yes, it certainly sounds like it. So wrapping things up here with the 2024 class, Andy, what do you got on Blake O'Brien?
Man, Blake O'Brien is as polished of a freshman as you're going to see. He understands how to play the game in the outfield. It's 7.2 60 speed, but he takes really good routes to the ball. Offensively, he just doesn't get beat. He doesn't take bad swings. And then the same thing plays on the mound. It's 80 to 84, but it's a big-time strike thrower with feel for a breaking ball that he'll whip out behind in the count to even it back out or to get a bad swing. Kid really knows how to play baseball, and he's going to be a really good pickup for somebody.
I know that these MoCan guys haven't even had their first spring in high school yet, but this 24 class in Missouri and Kansas already has a chance to be real special. Love the premium athletes and the upside of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Excellent stuff. Well, there's a great look at some prospects out of the state of Kansas, so Herbs, thank you for that information. But as always, for Shooter Hunt, Andy Urban, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was State to the Nation, and until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.